Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for a Cup of Joe with Will, and we are broadcasting live on all those Pilot TVs, the Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgame.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name on both YouTube and Twitch is MegaSota. But speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just got a bunch of those installed at some new locations, and we just got those installed over at the Arcade Bar, Trax Bar and Grill, Bleachers, as well as the Doghouse Maplewood. So congratulations to all those locations getting all those shiny new Pilot TVs. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck when we start playing our bingo in a little bit, starting at 12 o'clock. But speaking of those bingo times, we've got a bunch of jackpots that you guys want to be watching out for throughout the day. Starting us off just 10 minutes after we get off air from this, we start our Twins Bingo 25-cent cards. That's starting off the day with that jackpot of over $4,996. Ooh, and 4 cents on top of that. And you can always take that jackpot home in 52 balls or less. Definitely nothing to shake a stick at. You guys definitely want to check out those times of Twins Bingo going from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. But right after that, going from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, we've got our Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards. You guys definitely want to check out that miner. It's starting off the day at $132.91, and that's starting off the day at a 60 ball count. But you guys want to make sure you guys are definitely going and checking that out, because once that hits $150, they'll be hitting a 64 ball count. Definitely something you guys want to be checking out with our times from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. But going on from 4 all the way till 6, we've got our Skull Bingo $1 cards. You guys definitely want to come check that out tonight. We have that coverall that's going to be starting the day off at over $25,954. And you guys can always take that coverall home in 50 balls or less. Definitely something you guys want to check out tonight with our Skull Bingo $1 cards. But we had people taking home money every single day playing Pilot games. And yesterday we had one jackpot winner making it over that $600 jackpot limit, able to take home a whopping jackpot. It was Conehead over at Mabel Liquor Store, taking home $1,372.20 on top of it. But that isn't the only way that you guys can take home some money. As you guys know, we have our eTab games, and we just released a new one just pretty recently called Later Gator. You can check out the Gatorade bonus and shoot the biggest gator to win the biggest prizes. It's definitely a ton of fun. And if you're not checking out Later Gator, you should check out all of our eTabs. Might as well while you have the time. But moving on to a little bit of the weather, we're checking in with Minnetonka, Minnesota. It's looking like it's going to be pretty warm today, but not too warm. It's going to be around 76 degrees throughout the day. Sunshine with a few clouds. The high is going to be 76 degrees. Winds are going to be northwest 10 to 20 miles an hour. It's going to be pretty windy. Only about a 2% chance of rain and about 55% humidity. So honestly, nothing too terrible. Not like most of the Midwest most of the time. But we do have going on in the night, it's going to be cooling off just a little bit, going down to 57 degrees. It's going to be mainly clear, low of that 57 degrees. The winds are going to be northwest at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, so that wind's going to cool off a little bit throughout the night. But there are plenty of reasons to be staying inside and playing Pilot games throughout the day, because we start our bingo day just 10 minutes after we get off air from this with our Twins Bingo 25-cent cards. You guys definitely want to check it out. We play this from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. You guys get 10 games of Twins Bingo, and the other half of the year when it's Vikings Bingo. You guys want to check out that jackpot. It's starting off the day at $4,996, and you can always take that jackpot home in 52 balls or less. But that won't be the only thing you guys will be taking home money for, because we combined the Twins Bingo with the other half of the year when it's called Vikings Bingo to create the Twiking Zone. And our player standings have been going pretty crazy recently, and we're going to list them off just right now. Starting us off in 10th place, we've got Player over at Beer Stube Inver Grove Heights with 23,000 points. Shortly ahead in 9th place, we've got Jules over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 24,000 points. Only about a 1,000-point lead between them and 10th place Player. But in 8th place, we've got No Show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill with a whopping 27,000 points. About 6,000 points ahead of No Show, we've got T-Bone over at Poppers with 33,000 points. In 6th place, we've got Mikey Wins over at Mama G's with 53,000 points. In 5th place, we've got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 62,000 points. In 4th place, we have Nan, who's over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 67,000 points. And now we come all the way from 4th all the way till 1st place, oddly enough, because we have a 3-way tie in 1st place. I know it is crazy to say, Starting us off in first place, actually previously in third, jumping into this three-way tie, we've got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar Southaven. And also in first place, we've got first place previously in second place, Loser Dave, who's over at VFW Spring Lake Park. And next up, also tied up in that first place spot, we've got none other than Scrub Eye, who's over at VFW Blaine, holding on with 76,000 points for all three of those players. Good job to everyone in those Twiking Zone standings. You guys are definitely killing it and definitely helping out all those locations that you guys are playing at. But speaking of those locations you guys will be playing at, we're going to go over the location standings real quick. Starting us off in 9th place, we actually have a two-way tie between Beer Stoop in Grove Heights and Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. They're both tied with 32,000 points. In 8th place, we got Floppy Crappie over at Pokegama Township with 35,000 points. In 7th place, it's our place on 3rd and Faribault with 48,000 points. In 6th place, we've got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 54,000 points. In 5th place, we've got Poppers in Virginia with 53,000 points. With about a 10,000 point lead in 4th place, we've got VFW Blaine with 83,000 points. In 3rd place, we actually kick off our 100,000 point club, and kicking it off is none other than Corky's Bar Southaven with 119,000 points. In 2nd place, we've got VFW Spring Lake Park with 169,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead for a little bit now, we've got American Legion Fridley with 179,000 points. Definitely a pretty good lead, but only about a 10,000 point lead, so American Legion Fridley might want to watch out a little bit because you never know if VFW Spring Lake Park or Corky's Bar Southaven might just try and catch up. But moving on from our regularly scheduled bingo onto our E-tabs a little bit. We're listening to a little bit of Cash Chaos right now. It's a really fun game. It's based almost like a kind of like Galaga or any of those other old style like 8-bit arcade games. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it has a bunch of awesome prizes that you guys can check out. But that isn't the only E-tab game that we've got, and we have over 50 different charitable E-tab games. You can check them out and play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. Each game has small bets between 50 cents and $5, and they all have awesome bonus and free play rounds. And with that 85% payout, it's definitely nothing to shake a stick at. And since you can play them anytime, it's definitely a good way to spend your time. So it's definitely something you guys want to check out with all of our E-tabs. But if you do want to stick to our regularly scheduled bingo right after our Twins bingo, going on from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, we've got our Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards. You guys want to definitely check that out. That minor is starting off the day at $132. You can take that home in 60 balls or less. That major prize is starting off the day at $934. You can take that home in 48 balls or less. And that mega jackpot, it has just recently clicked up. It's currently sitting at over $25,000. And you can take that home in 45 balls or less. Definitely something you guys want to check out with our Jackpot Hunter 25-cent cards going on from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. But right after that, we start off with our happy hour stream, and that goes from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. We start off with that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo, where you guys get that shot at over $25,360. But not to worry, if you guys are unable to hit that jackpot, after 23 games of Skull Bingo, you guys will be getting a second shot at that. But during those 23 games of Skull Bingo, it's the $1 cards. You got to play from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. You guys are going to be going after this line prize. Starting off the day, that line prize is starting off at $347. You can always take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize is currently sitting at $5,255. You can take that home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize is sitting nicely at $25,954. And you can take that home in 50 balls or less. But when you guys are playing, you'll be earning points for our happy hour standings. And they have been crazy recently with a bunch of ties going on. And starting us off in 10th place, we have a 3-way tie between Wolfstein, who's over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid, who's over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma, who's over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They're all tied with 10,000 points. Shortly ahead, though, in another 3-way tie, we have Dustball 75 over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley, all tied in 7th place, all with 11,000 points. Shortly ahead of that 3-way tie in 7th is 6th place Lucky Ride, who's over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points, only a 1,000 point lead of 7th place. In 5th place, we've got Chica, who's over at Willie McCoy's of Andover with 13,000 points. In 4th place is Billany over at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. In 3rd place, we have Olars, who's over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. In 2nd place, it's Brother Nate, who's over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. But in 1st place, holding on to that lead for a little bit now, we've got Funk, who's over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points. Good job to all of our players in those happy hour standings. Definitely starting season 12 off with a bang. But on to the location side of things, in 10th place, we actually have Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel with 16,000 points. In 8th place, it's a two-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover with 17,000 points each. In 7th place, we've got Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000 points. In 6th place, it's VFW Blaine with 23,000 points. In 5th place, we've got the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. In 4th place, we've got American Legion Fridley with 33,000 points. With an 11,000 point lead in 3rd place, we've got VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. In 2nd place, it's Onamia Vets Club in Onamia with 46,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead, we've got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points. Good job to all of those locations in those standings and those players supporting all of those locations. You guys have definitely made Season 12 a blast to begin with. But after you guys are done earning all those points for those happy hour standings, you guys get that second shot at Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 o'clock, where you guys get a shot at that $25,360 jackpot. Definitely something you guys want to stick around for at 6 o'clock. But while you're there, you might as well stick around for a couple more hours because we've got our Skull Bingo $1 cards that run from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. That's right, we have 4 hours uninterrupted tonight of Skull Bingo. And starting it off, you guys are going to be going after that line prize. It's starting off the day at $347. You can take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize, starting off the day at $5,255. You can take that home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize is starting off the day at $25,954.50. And you can take that jackpot home in 50 balls or less. But we do have a couple interruptions during the week that typically interrupt our times of Skull Bingo from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. I know it sounds a little disappointing, but it's definitely some good stuff, and it is definitely worth the interruption. First of which is our MegaSota game night. That starts off at 6:40 for you guys every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki take the helm and lead you guys through a ton of PGL action, including an extra game of that Skull Bingo, just in case you guys are missing it just a little bit. But at the tail end of the night, and after all that awesome PGL action, you guys get a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. This one's the $1 edition, and in 54 balls or less, you could take home a whopping $25,629.50. Definitely something you guys want to check out with our MegaSota game night. That starts off at 6:40 every single Tuesday. But that isn't the only specialty night that we happen to have under our belts, because right after that, the very next day, we've got TwinsWinsDay, and that runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Ian and Jordy take the helm and lead you guys through a ton of PGL action, including some awesome high and low games that you guys all love, where the biggest losers can win the biggest prizes. Definitely some awesome stuff. But at the tail end of the night, and after all those awesome high and low games and the rest of those awesome PGL games, you guys will be getting a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale of your own. This one's the 25-cent edition, and in 52 balls or less, you could take home $14,457.49. Definitely something you guys want to check out with our TwinsWinsDay, which runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, and our MegaSota game night at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Definitely check out both of our specialty nights because they're a blast. But if you guys want to be taking home some points while you're earning some cash during our PGL specialty nights, you got to make sure you're signed up at PGL.world. You got to sign up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points, and they have access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So make sure you're signing up at PGL.world today, especially because we have some very important information that you'll be receiving once you sign up at PGL.world, and that is about the infamous PyCon. Definitely something you guys want to hear about, and we'll tell you about it right now. PyCon 2022 is happening on Thursday, September 15th. We're going back to the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park. We had such a great time out there last year. This year's special musical guest will be the legendary ZZ Top, selling over 50 million records. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famers will be playing their hits at a very special private event just for you guys. So make sure you guys come on out and hear about all the new products and games from Pilot Games, meet with legislators, and hear some great tunes. Registration will be free for players and is required for entry. We will be sending out registration details shortly, so stay tuned to your emails that you use to sign up at pgl.world so you can get all this awesome PyCon information. So make sure you sign up at pgl.world, and you'll even get put on our new PGL member spotlight, where we give you guys a little bit of extra luck and see if we can get you guys into those PGL standings. Starting us off, some of the players that signed up are Keels, Mom, Mike Chewy, Stein 1380, Roland, Rosie, A Kite 1380, Chloe 7, Camp Girl, Crazy Eyes, Gypsy. We've got Gage. We've got Lilo 7411, and we've got DM Maccabee over 33. We've got Bezzy 72-130, and then we have PCS Sportsman. Congratulations to all of our players signing up for the PGL. Hopefully we can get you guys on those PGL standings soon. But speaking of those PGL standings, we just had a PGL night last night, so we're going to go over these standings just so you guys know where everyone is at. In 10th place, previously 9th, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville. In 9th place, previously in 8th, we've got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. In 8th place, previously in 6th, we've got Devoided over at Roadside. In 7th place, previously unranked, we've got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. In 6th place, previously in 5th, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford. In 5th place, previously in 4th, getting pushed back a little bit, we've got Tavern over at Claremont Pub with 222,000 points. They just got pushed back by 4th place, previously in 3rd, Burgar, who's over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. In 3rd place, previously in 2nd, we've got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, we've got Diesel, who's over at Eagle St. James. But in 1st place, previously in 7th place, making a massive jump forward, we've got Forget You D, big-time player over at VFW Austin with a whopping 303,955 points. Good job to all of our players in those standings. You guys are definitely starting the PGL off right. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, previously unranked, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. In 9th place, previously unranked, is the Rustic Saloon in Little Falls. In 8th place, previously unranked as well as LJ's in Miltona. In 7th place, also previously unranked, is Clancy's on Island Lake. On Island Lake, yep. In 6th place, previously in 8th, jumping forward, we got Billy's Rockford. In 5th place, all standing on their own, we got VFW Northfield. In 4th place, starting off that 1 million point club, we got Miltona Liquor Store. In 3rd place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. In 2nd place, previously in 1st, we got Poppers, Virginia. And in 1st place, previously in 2nd place, getting pushed back just a little bit, we've got Mabel Liquor Store, still in that 1 million point club, getting pretty close to that 2 million point club. But if you guys, just a reminder to go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games and you'll be able to see our logo. That way you guys can see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more, including previews of our e-tabs when they're about to release. You can also click our website link on our Facebook page to see our link trees with links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more. But that isn't the only thing that you guys can do on our Facebook page. If you guys are having any issues or anything like that, you can always put a post on there or send us a message directly through Facebook, and we'll be able to help you guys out with any of those issues you guys are having. But on to the most important part of the broadcast. It's currently our player spotlight, and we are currently spotlighting Tally, who's playing over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards when they took home a whopping jackpot of over $18,584. And Tally and everyone who plays at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards supports an awesome charity, which is the Competition Cheer Spirit Booster Club. And their mission statement is to support competition cheer in the Coon Rapids area. Definitely some very important stuff. It's the most important thing about broadcasting to you guys is the fact that you guys are supporting all of these awesome charities. So make sure you guys are keeping that in mind when you guys are clicking in. You guys have only about 10 minutes to get enrolled for that Twins Bingo. So make sure you guys are getting ready, getting enrolled, and press and play. And just remember that when you guys play Pilot Games,